In this episode, we unwrap and review some Christmas presents. 3 mystery decks from Art of Play give you a chance to get in on the holiday gift fun, and we announce the winner of the Art of Magic kit from the USPS. All that and more coming up next.
Ho, ho, ho. Pretty convincing, right? I've been working on filling out this costume all year long. What do you think? Anyway, it's Christmas Day and it's time to open presents. There's something about the idea of unwrapping gifts, especially when you have no idea what's underneath the wrapping paper. The last couple of years now, Art of Play has offered mystery decks for purchase that play on that idea. These are decks from their catalog, including stuff that's available for purchase right now, currently, as well as older limited or rare editions of decks that have been distributed through them that may have never seen a wide release. I reached out to them and they were gracious enough to sponsor this episode by sending me a batch of 6 mystery decks, all in holiday themed wrapping paper. I'm going to be opening 3 of them in the next few minutes. I have literally no idea what they'll contain, but I'll also be giving away the remaining 3, 1 each, to 3 lucky winners, so you want to make sure to stay all the way to the end of this video for that contest. So that's really pretty much all the introduction I can do right now until we know what we're dealing with. So anyway, why don't we start with the first deck in a few. I just want to welcome everyone back. I'm TheGentlemanWake. I hope you're having a great holiday break. If you're new here, I hope this video will compel you to like and subscribe. Subscribers, also hit that notification bell to be alerted every time a new video goes up on this channel. All right, I guess it's time to open some presents.
Before we unwrap the first one, it's worth taking a minute to admire the design of the gift wrap on the mystery decks themselves. The wrapping paper is brilliantly detailed with a collection of predominantly red and white trinkets that all reference Art of Play's typical product catalog, all hiding within the leaves of green Christmas laurels. There are dice and tops and jacks and puzzles. There's playing cards and chess pieces, origami and Rubik's cubes. Part of the fun is just sitting with the wrap deck to uncover the little gameplay related Easter eggs. The mystery decks retailed for about $12, and perusing the list of available decks, it was a great value. Some of the possible decks you could get from purchasing the mystery decks regularly fetch 3 to 4 times the purchase price on the open market. My first mystery deck is the Lucky Draw Playing Cards Green Edition, available in both red and green. This green version was first offered through Art of Play on St. Patrick's Day of 2018. The tuck boxes are premium quality matte paper cardstock and include some gold foil accenting and some light embossing. The front of the box features a loose, or rather an impressionistic interpretation of a traditional court king, as if a traditional king was simplified down to color block triangles and line work reminiscent of Cubist paintings, like the kind you'd see from Pablo Picasso. The back design is a repeating diamond pattern featuring a large green diamond in the middle surrounded with navy and eggshell tone triangles. It's a simple design that's extremely eye-catching, especially with regards to cardistry. The color block style lends itself well to fans and flourishes. Bold as the back designs are, the faces of the cards are a little more muted, especially the red suits in the deck, which feature no black detailing and therefore lack contrast. Actually, it's almost a contradiction from a design perspective that the faces of the cards include no solid blocks of color, red, black, or otherwise. Plus, the cards feature white faces, which is a strange choice given that the blank card included within the deck is the same eggshell cream colored hue found on the back design. Additionally, the kings, queens, and jacks are identical regardless of suit, which is a bit off-putting. It actually feels like the back and tuck were designed by a different designer than the one responsible for the faces of the cards. Even the pips are a strange compromise. They are formed by an outline style of thin strokes that gives them a maze-like appearance. The better artistic and frankly easier to read choice would have been going for a color blocked shape style for the pips, more consistent with the back design of the deck, which after all features what amounts to a giant diamond pip on the back. Also included in the deck is an Art of Play ad card and 2 identical one-way jokers that do feature strong color blocking, hinting to what could have been. The cards are USPCC printed, which of course means that they handle excellently. They are air cushioned, crushed stock, and modern cut. The deck feels springy, and the back design gives the deck a fluidity of motion that's pretty cool. A note regarding the faces is that some cardists actually do prefer high contrast between faces and backs, as it adds to certain displays. That may explain the muted faces.
Before we unwrap the next gift under my tree, let's take a moment to announce the winner of the Art of Magic Magicians kit from the USPS, the one I reviewed a few months ago. Congrats to Nancy Anderson, whose first trick was called the Red Hot Mama. Contact me via Facebook or Instagram, Nancy, to claim your Magicians kit. While I'm in the spirit of giving, stay tuned because I'm going to be giving you the details on the Art of Play Mystery Decks giveaway pretty soon.
The second mystery deck I opened turned out to be the Sons of Liberty Patriot Blue Edition deck, released a few years ago in white and black editions. This Patriot Blue Sons of Liberty deck is a well-regarded release from designer Jeff Trish and Dan and Dave Playing Cards. The tuck box is premium midnight blue matte cardstock with gold and silver foil stamping and embossing throughout. It's a beautiful tuck case that predominantly features woodcut style artwork inspired by the 18th century subject matter. The front of the deck reads the Sons of Liberty Playing Cards, established in 1765. Above it announces in gold that the deck is made in the USA by the United States Playing Card Company, and the bottom has the Roman numeral iteration of the year of America's independence, 1776, which is an odd discrepancy from the 1765 printed above. Behind the text, ghosted into the background, is additional embossed linework evoking clouds or smoke. The back is a fantastic two-way design representing the card backs and incorporating some colonial era iconography commonly associated with the country's formation. Eagles circle around the center S and L anagram that of course stands for the deck's name. The eagles are contained within a framework created by the legs of a pair of architect's compasses. This gives the impression of a pyramid thanks to the all-seeing eye framed within the compass legs. An interesting note is that the very tip of the compass legs feel like bayoneted muskets, which of course is a deliberate choice. There are some radiating lines emanating from the eyes. In the corner, there is more script with flowing banners. They read, "Rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God." The deck is held closed by an unbleached brown paper seal that mimics a poison label, complete with the word "void" written on the forehead of the skull. Opening the box reveals a radiating star pattern and the words "liberty" or "death." One more small design detail is the diptych image on the small flaps. The top half of a fork-tongued snake is mirrored by the image of a lit fuse. The brilliant design work continues onto the cards as well. The back design is white lines printed on a dark blue field, encased within a poker-style border. The deck includes a Dan and Dave ad card done in the woodcut style. There's a second card that features marketing copy describing the inspiration behind the deck. It's printed to mimic the style of colonial-era documents like the Declaration of Independence. The jokers include the image of an empty pillory, a common method of civil punishment of that era, one in muted red and the other in black. The pillories appear to have the remnants of tar and feathers, another style of punishment associated with the era. The deck is completely custom. The spot cards feature fantastically designed pips that are consistent with the style of the deck. To further the motif, the deck features small lines and ink markings that make the deck feel as if it's in fact been printed by pressing paper onto ink-covered woodcut plates. Pip placement is also unique, especially the nines of each suit, and the ace of spades is a fantastic and large spade pip formed by the leaves of a tree. The court cards are amazing as well. Each feature historically inspired representations of Revolutionary era figures. avatars for the kind of folks most associated with the independence of America. The most obvious of which is the military general on the King of Spades, which has an unmistakable Washington crossing the Delaware vibe. The Queen of Spades is a colonial woman muzzle-loading a cannon. The Jack of Spades is a maritime vessel captain. He holds a telescope. Behind him in gold is the image of a warship. The King of Hearts is the messenger riding in the night by the light of a lantern, announcing the arrival of troops, obviously an homage to Paul Revere. The Queen of Hearts represents women like Mary Young Pickersgill, who famously sewed the Star-Spangled Banner into being. The Jack of Hearts is a blacksmith forging weapons. The King of Clubs holds an architect's compass in what I interpret to be a Jeffersonian sense, a symbol of being the architect of a nation rather than one that designs buildings. The Queen of Clubs is a rebel woman holding a musket. The Jack features the military drummer keeping rhythm of the march. There's a flutist behind him too. Finally, the diamonds, which include the diplomat or lawmaker as the king. The Queen perhaps embodies the blind Lady Liberty holding an olive branch. And finally, the Jack, which includes the image of the revolutionary militiaman. The deck handles brilliantly as expected from a USPCC deck. It's modern cut and premium stock. It's not a deck designed for cardistry or magic, obviously, but as a commemoration of American independence, it's a fantastic addition to any collection.
Both the Lucky Draw and the Sons of Liberty decks are still available on artofplay.com. Alright, giveaway time. Here's what you have to do to win one of 3 mystery decks from me. 1. Like this video. 2. Be a subscriber to this channel. And 3. Comment below with the name of your deck of the year for 2019. Which deck release did you love most? In fact, as a year-end treat, I hope to have a top decks of 2018 video out for you guys soon. In fact, if you want to take part in a more official coronation, head on over to theunitedcardist.com and take part in their Deck of the Year awards. They vote on everything from best tuck box to best card backs to best decks for cardistry, magic, and more. It's a celebration of the hobby and the designers and creators behind it. Click on the link in the description. It's pretty easy to register and to take part in a great community. I actually post there myself pretty often. Okay, so let's get back to opening gifts.
The final mystery deck yielded a first playing cards by Chris Ramsey. This was a pleasant surprise as this deck is often listed on eBay for about 4 times the price of the mystery deck itself, roughly $50. The deck comes in a minimalistic white matte cardstock premium tuck case with a gold foil band, proudly displaying the first logo. Opening the box reveals a repeating pattern of the first logos in gold foil on the inside. The card backs are a repeating pattern of Chris Ramsey's monogram logo set within borders of metallic gold, gray, and white poker border.
Now, I reviewed this deck in detail before in the days just after its initial release, but with the recent announcement on Chris Ramsey's Instagram of the imminent arrival of a second edition of the first playing cards, that's a bit of a tongue twister, it seems only appropriate to link you to the full details on the Chris Ramsey first playing cards deck, including a look at the faces, jokers, and of course a review of how they handle. Click here to watch that review. Plus, I did an impersonation of the man that was pretty funny. I think so anyway. So check that out. As always, it's been a pleasure. I'm the Gentleman Wake. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Stay on the nice list.